Good evening. Where there is love, there is life. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Happy International Nurses Day. Welcome to BMC News Live in English, brought to you by Al Hilal Hospital and Medical Centers. I'm Vinod Narayanan, joining you with the daily news updates. Today's headlines. The National Health Regulatory Authority closed a medical facility and seized medical devices along with supplies. Bahrain marks International Nursing Day. Vital maritime security role for regional navies. Fraudsters allegedly charge fines for not wearing masks. Saudi to boost privatization plan for 29 airports. Sri Lankans flee capital as political leaders seek solution to crisis. News in detail. The National Health Regulatory Authority closed a medical facility and seized medical devices along with supplies. The National Health Regulatory Authority has closed a medical facility and seized its contents of medical devices and supplies for violating laws and regulations. NHRA noted that the facility committed many violations, which included selling imported unauthorized and expired medical devices and supplies. The violating facility also tried to mislead the NHRA by trying to open another commercial registration with the same address and improperly store medical devices and supplies, which affects their quality and safety. Bahrain marks International Nursing Day. Bahrain celebrates International Nursing Day on May 12th to highlight the nursing staff's efforts, contributions and initiatives in serving the health sector. The celebration for this year comes under the slogan, "The Voice of Leadership, Investing in Nursing and Honoring Rights to Secure Global Health," highlighting the achievements and supporting the role played by the nursing staff in the health sector and addressing the coronavirus pandemic that the world has experienced. The Ministry of Health stressed the importance of supporting the nursing staff, providing training, encouraging new skills, and investing in the health sector. Vital maritime security role for regional navies. Maritime security is one of the cusp of an unmanned technological revolution which requires regional navies to work closely with their US ally, stated a top commander yesterday. Fifth Fleet Commander Vice Admiral Brad Cooper said it was high time to put more eyes out on the water in the Arabian Gulf, and beyond this required a combination of unmanned systems with artificial intelligence. Fraudsters allegedly charge fines for not wearing masks. A group of fraudsters are allegedly charging fines from laborers for not wearing masks across areas in Manama. Sources say these fraudsters disguise themselves as either members of Central Investigation Department or Health Ministry staff and threaten the laborers of putting them behind bars in case of not paying fines. Out of fear, they pay fines which are normally between BD5 and BD10. These frauds only target innocent laborers as they are mostly unaware of changes in COVID-19 rules and regulations. Her Royal Highness Princess Sabika congratulated Her Highness Sheikha Zain, Her Highness Sheikha Lamia on GCC Humanitarian Work Award. Her Royal Highness Princess Sabika bint Ibrahim Al Khalifa, wife of His Majesty the King and President of the Supreme Council for Women, has congratulated the Supreme Council for Women member and the Al Mabara Al Khalifa Foundation chairperson, Her Highness Sheikha Zain bint Khalid Al Khalifa, and the Al Noor Charity Society President, Her Highness Sheikha Lamia bint Muhammad Al Khalifa, on winning the GCC Humanitarian Work Award in recognition of their contributions to voluntary and development work. Her Royal Highness Princess Sabika commended the dedicated efforts of Her Highness Sheikha Zain and Her Highness Sheikha Lamia to serve the Bahraini society and promote voluntary work in the kingdom. Her Royal Highness Princess Sabika expressed deep pride in all Bahraini women who spared no effort in serving and advancing the nation. Transportation Minister reviewed enhancing civil aviation sector with International Civil Aviation Organization President. Transportation and Telecommunication Minister Kamal bin Ahmed Mohammed met with the Council of the International Civil Aviation Organization President Salvatore Siacitano and Middle East ICAO Regional Director Mohammed Abu Bakr Abdullah Faria. They reviewed ways of enhancing international and regional cooperation with organizations concerned with the field of civil aviation. The meeting discussed ways to enhance civil aviation at the Ministry and the ICAO to enhance aviation safety and exchange experiences. Bahraini business leaders briefed on Awal Private Aviation Terminal, Transportation and Telecommunications Minister and Bahrain Airport Company Chairman Kamal bin Ahmed Mohammed hosted several of Bahrain's senior business leaders on a tour of the Awal Private Terminal. The minister said the building's restoration aimed to ensure that the facility retained its cultural identity while being transformed into an advanced private aviation terminal that meets international standards and the needs of VIP travelers. The project represents a major upgrade in the level of services provided at Bahrain International Airport, helping to reinforce its position among leading international airports. Labour Minister meets IMF delegation, highlights Bahrain's economic recovery efforts. Labour and Social Development Minister and Chairman of the Board of Directors of the Labour Market Regulatory Authority today held a meeting with a delegation from the advisory mission of the International Monetary Fund, led by Assistant Director of the Middle East and Central Asia Department of IMF, Asma El Gaini. The minister reviewed the kingdom's achievements in implementing initiatives related to the labour market within the economic recovery plan. In this context, he highlighted the government's efforts to maintain the stability of the labour market and mitigate the impacts of the novel coronavirus pandemic. He also highlighted the kingdom's efforts to bridge the skill gap between outputs of education and training and the needs of the labour market, in addition to the positive social effects of the insurance against unemployment system and the initiatives implemented by the government to raise the level of women's participation in the labour market. First Bollywood film shot in Bahrain set for release. The first Bollywood film that was partly shot in Bahrain is set to be released tomorrow on a very popular video streaming platform. Fun, Frolic and Ghost is the brainchild of Bahraini filmmaker and director Adnan Malik. Today's COVID updates. COVID updates brought to you by Al Hilal Hospital and Medical Centers. Saudi to boost privatization plan for 29 airports. Saudi Arabia is relaunching the privatization of its airports in an effort to diversify the kingdom's oil-dominated economy and secure investment as it seeks to triple annual visitor numbers by 2030. Ownership of the 29 airports has already been moved to a new entity, Madrat, in order to prepare them for the process. An international investor roadshow could start in the next 12 to 18 months. The kingdom's tourism push is part of a strategy announced by Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman to reduce reliance on the world's largest crude oil exports. As part of the plan, Saudi Arabia is also looking to launch a new international airline based in Riyadh, separate from the existing carrier Saudia, and owned by its sovereign wealth fund, the Public Investment Fund. Now we will be back after a very short break.
The 16th branch of Megamart and Macromart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahla. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Megamart and Macromart, your favorite shopping destination.
Welcome back. Saudi sends more than 250 women and men athletes for GCC Games. Saudi Arabia will participate in the third Gulf Games hosted by Kuwait on May 22nd with more than 250 male and female players in 17 different games. The games will witness women's participation for the first time in its history, and the Saudi athletes will participate in 17 games. Abu Dhabi Al Bateen Executive Airport to close down for 2 months. The Al Bateen Executive Airport in Abu Dhabi will be closed for a period of more than 2 months for upgrading its runway. Abu Dhabi Airport said the expansion, which runs from May 11th to July 20th, will allow the airport to handle larger aircraft. Only helicopters can use the airport during the refurbishment period. UAE Ministry of Defense revises National Service term. The National Service term for male recruits holding a high school diploma for its equivalent and above has been shortened to 11 months, and for those who didn't finish high school, the term will be 3 years. Meanwhile, the statement added that the National Service duration for female recruits will be 11 months. The updates will include new topics, intensify practical exercises, enhance the recruits' confidence, and provide them with the skills necessary to perform their duties. UAE hosted 12th meeting of Interpol Match-Fixing Task Force. The UAE Ministry of Interior hosted the 12th meeting of the International Criminal Police Organization with the participation of some 50 countries from all continents of the world. The meeting addresses several issues related to sports integrity, legal violations related to matches, and the international community's role in promoting work and exchange experiences to limit the spread of such illegal violations and provide an atmosphere for healthy sports competitions. Emirates News Agency reported. Participants in this global meeting learn about information, experiences, and best practices at the international level to prevent corruption and fraud in a wide range of sports, where criminal networks are trying to exploit the passion of sports fans and exploit it to implement their illegal ends. The International Affairs Office at the Ministry of Interior welcomed the participants to the meeting in the presence of representatives of the participating countries and several police and sports leaders locally, Arab and internationally from the football, cricket, athletics, tennis, table tennis, and sports betting and sports governing bodies. Instagram starts test sharing of digital collectibles from this week. Instagram creators will be able to post and share non-fungible tokens that they have made or bought on the social media platform from this week. These digital collectibles can be shared on a user's main Instagram feed, on their stories, or in messages. The head of Instagram has announced. Instagram will be testing the features with a small audience, but the company plans to roll out more functionality related to NFTs in the future once it gets feedback from its initial testing. The excised diamond fetched over $21 million with fees at Geneva sale. An excised white diamond, billed as the largest of its kind to go up for auction, sold Wednesday for more than 21.6 million Swiss francs, including fees, though at the low end of the expected range. The 228-carat pear-shaped G-collar stone, with its platinum pendant mounting, has a gross weight of 61.3 grams and dimensions of 5.4 centimeters by 3.1 centimeters, making it about the size of a medium hen's egg, Associated Press reported. G-color is not the highest grade, but fourth on the ladder rung below the top grade D-color diamonds. An unspecified private buyer acquired the rock, for which the pre-auction estimate was between 19 million and 30 million francs. Max Fawcett, head of jewelry at Christie's Geneva, hailed a successful sale in uncharted territory for a stone of its kind. Sri Lankans flee capital as political leaders seek solution to crisis. Many Sri Lankans thronged buses in the main city Colombo on Thursday to return to their hometowns with the leaders of political parties due to meet after the Prime Minister quit and went into hiding and President Rajapaksa warned of anarchy. Hundreds of people thronged the main bus station in the commercial capital after authorities lifted an indefinite curfew at 7 a.m. The curfew will be reimposed at 2 p.m. The island nation is battling its worst economic crisis since independence. With that, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates in BMC News Live English at 7:30 p.m. every day. I'm Vinod Narayan signing off from BMC News Live. Good night.